Oh, good morning. There we go. My camera's in focus now. It wasn't in focus a second ago. So apologies for the show being late, first of all. I was at an event last night and my computer and everything was not hooked up. And then I forgot how to do it because I've not had to unhook it up for about 2 years. So that was a bit fun. If you are watching live, please jump in the comments to say good morning to me. If you are watching on replay, please put #replay. And remember, you can catch every replay on my YouTube channel. I'm so glad to be doing these. On Tuesday, we had the fabulous Gustav all the way from Sweden. And today, we have the fabulous Claire Napper on the show. So one of Claire's kind of resolutions aims for this year is to do a few more things and to put her outside of a comfort zone. But when it comes to it with me and Claire, we're always in our comfort zone with each other. What can I say? And I wish that was a euphemism. I really wish it was. But so, good morning, Facebook user. I don't know who you are. So this means you need to close the little... Oh, my voice is rattling. Claire, is my voice rattling? Give me a nod. Oh, bear with me. Bear with me. Not that one. Is that better? Perfect. Thank you, Facebook user, who also told me my voice was rattling. So hopefully you could hear most of what I just said about if you are watching live, please say good morning. If you're watching on replay, please put #replay. Facebook user, I don't know who you are, so please just pop your name in or click the little more at the top so StreamYard can allow so I know who it is. And whoever you are, for some reason, I don't know why, I feel like it's my mum. I don't know why. I just feel like that is, and I really don't know. But anyway, without further ado, Claire, I'm bringing you on, love. Morning.
Morning. Thanks for the 2 minutes delay in the going live.
Yeah, it's yeah, no. So the 2 minutes turned into 9 minutes. Literally. So last night I was at a WI. So there was one that I'd had me booked from like 2020.
It's Chelsea.
It is Chelsea.
Oh.
Chelsea, apparently you are now my mother. Well, thank you for letting me know, Chelsea. Very good morning to you. But yes, I was at WI, which was a booking from 2020. They finally got me back in. So I've had to unplug everything. I forgot because I'm used to just walking in and just turning it on. And I was like, oh, shit.
What do I do? No.
I've got to set it back up. Claire, anyway, tell us who you are and what you do, my lovely.
So I run Sparkle's Gift Boutique and we do hand-decorated personalised gifts and lots of sparkly, blingy stuff, as I knew you were going to get your mug. Yay! I mean, that made me find my passion for my business again, making that. So I'm very grateful. And I have just made these. How pretty are these?
Oh, they're cute.
I know, right?
See, everyone I like that.
Yeah, no, I'm kind of... January is always a quiet month, so I use it as my month to create new things that I want to launch throughout the year and kind of get things started on.
Okay, so let's tell you what. Let's start from the beginning. How did you get into this? Come on, let's start from the beginning because I don't really know your story. So come on.
Do you not?
No.
How? It started as a hobby because I got signed off work with chronic pain and obviously just spent a few months sitting at home, let the depression kick in, and was a bit... I needed something to keep me busy. So I kind of... It started as a hobby making gifts for teachers at school to save me money on... Because it's expensive, teachers' gifts. And I was like, I need to save some money. Let's do this. And then other parents were like, oh, can you do it for me as well? And where I lived, I kind of had like a little local gathering of people that were constantly then like, oh, can you do this? Can you do this as a gift?
Yeah.
And then I thought I'd brave it and do a Facebook event, which is where I met Becca and Chelsea. And it's just kind of grown from there.
See, I love that. It really is. And, you know, there's so many people now that go from the hobbies into a business. But in particular, like I've chatted to you loads about your business and you are passionate about it. But what I love is you're passionate about finding new things. You know, you could have just stuck to an array of 4 things. You could have just stuck to making gifts for teachers, which would have been a really cool niche. But, you know, it's one of the things. If you don't mind me asking you as well, you know, obviously you do have a disabled son. You do have your fabulous son that we all adore. How does your business fit around, and being a mum and your business fit around that as well? Does it work better for you now because you're self-employed and you're at home?
It works so much better. So before I done this, I was working in retail. And even when I tried to go and be like, oh, I'm going to work part-time and I'm going to have more time off, I was really bad at saying no to overtime and helping out. And so I'd fall back into the full-time trap really easily. And I was lucky because my mum and my sisters were a massive support system.
Yeah.
And they loved having Dylan, so they'd have him all the time. But then I realised by the time I'm paying for them to do things with him in the holidays, I'm not getting to do anything with him. And so in a bit of a blessing. Having the chronic pains made me realise, like, I've got the time off to create those memories with him. So now it's like I do my work when he's at school, and then in the evenings, kind of we have a bit of our time. Like weekend mornings, we'll sit there and just have some pancakes, watch a film, cuddle up under a blanket, and it's my perfect weekend.
See, so I've got my eldest niece, second eldest niece, has cerebral palsy and autism, and she is at a special educational school, and my sister was kind of similar. But what it's a bit of a spin on your story, really. So a lot of the parents realised how responsive my niece was with my sister, and with that, the school asked my sister to start working there. So my sister now works at the school where my niece, where her daughter is, in particular. So she is kind of spending a bit more time with her because she's on site if she needs her. But what's happened is the school now uses my niece to calm other children down. Because of how good of a job my sister's done with Ruby, understanding how she is and understanding herself, the school, if they can't use my sister, they go get her daughter, Ruby, for the other students.
That is adorable. I love
but
that.
It was a bit of a, so Casey wanted to do a bit more. She wanted to help as many disabled, children struggling with disabilities as she could. And that was one of the best things for her. And, by the sounds of it, it's similar with you. It fits around your son, it fits around your life, and a business came out of it where you're obviously helping other people with their gifts and things like that.
Yeah, I mean, that was completely unexpected. It took me a while to actually see it properly as a business because it was just a hobby.
I know, because you was chatting to me when you realised it.
Yeah, no. But to the thing, I've known you for nearly a year, and in that last year, so much has changed in how I do view the business. And kind of you helped me realise I don't need to make just the generic things that people ask for, because my passion is in finding something different than those bespoke items. And so that's what I really search for now. And
yeah, and a lot of businesses are using it for and a lot of businesses are using it for personalised branding. Obviously, Caroline Andrew Johnston, Networking Rebel, like a personal printer.
I'm doing something new for her at the moment as well.
Love it. Well, for anyone watching, I set Claire a challenge. I did hold it up at the beginning, but I set her a challenge when it came to mine. I said, I've always wanted this. She went, I can make that. I went, ooh. I said, that's a big challenge. Claire works with both glitter, sparkles, rhinestones, anything sparkly, Hensley being Sparkle Gifts Boutique. And I was like, I just want rhinestones. And my best friends are drag queens. I know how annoying rhinestones are. And so I said to Claire, I want a beaker, a bit like a Starbucks cup, rhinestoned only, with a rubber duck on it. Exhibit here. Okay. By the way, that's not falling off. That's just discolor with the light. It is still there. So she'd done that. And then when I got it delivered, she even put my logo on my branding on it in the exact font of it. And I was like, you little bastard. I thought I'd catch you out here. She was like, I can sparkle anything. I can sparkle. Tell people she can.
You know what? I had so much fun making that as well. It's like if I'm stressed and I just need to kind of relax a bit, or I'm just a bit wound up, I'm literally just like, what can I go and throw rhinestones or glitter on? And I can go and do that for an hour, and it proper relaxes me and calms me down.
So, well, I'll tell you what, we'll dive into one of the topics that you said, because obviously you want to talk a bit about your business, you want to talk about a bit about networking, you want to talk about wine. And it's really important. Yeah, it's really important in business to start winding down. No pun intended. It's really, really, really important to start winding down. And after the last year of knowing you and a lot of other people, including Chelsea White in the comments as well, who's a good friend of both of ours, it is really important to find their moments, like you're saying, as well, balancing family, being a mum, working from home. That's why mum's struggling with your own chronic pain. And I take it, I'm going to use wine as an overall thing. Sorry, something in my eye. Finger at this rate. But it's really important to wind down, isn't it?
It really is. And I think the problem with working from home sometimes can be I can get so engrossed in what I'm doing that once Dylan's gone to school, I can start something. He'll come home and I'll be like, a couple of hours of him, do dinner, and then I go back to it. And I've lost a whole day, like if I'm that engrossed. So I have to set hours for what I'm working on. And then, but even now I still get caught up in it. And I'm just like, my husband's like, are we having some time together tonight? And I'm like, oh yeah, sorry. I got a bit carried away.
But what's tied in with that as well is networking. We've both found networking to be as well as good for our business, but also good for us.
For me personally, especially doing the foresights and stuff, I've gained so much confidence in this last year just from networking and the people I've worked with and met. and I've been on that journey of kind of finding myself and who I'm going to be anyway. And it's just helped me along with it, probably on a quicker process.
Yeah, completely. And speaking of networking, good morning, Mr. James West. Same morning to you, Claire. So James is from Only Networking. Do you like how I have that banner saved? That was
I
good.
do. I've heard lots about them from you as well.
Yes, you have. So James is from Only Networking, and they're passionate about networking as well. And I think James will probably agree with everything we say. It's really, really important. But it is, and obviously you've predominantly done for networking. Just in case anyone wonders what you meant by foresight. And the foresight is obviously a 20-minute slot, and 20-minute presentation slot. And it really does help build confidence, morale. And a lot of people doing it online now are ready to face the real world and do it. I could actually speak in a room of 20, 30 people about me, about my business, about my journey, about all these different things. And you are right, it's completely powerful, and it really, really is powerful. But why was networking so powerful for you, your business, over the last 12 months in particular? Not for just building confidence, but for your business?
It's helped me expand the reach on my business.
Yeah.
But
you're based in Newcastle, right?
Yeah, I'm in Durham, so very close to Newcastle.
Yeah.
But it's helped me because I probably did still see it as a bit of a hobby then, and probably didn't take it as seriously as I should.
Yeah.
But it's really made me rethink it, relook it, rebrand it a bit, and just kind of like have a plan for where it's going. But I've also got to collaborate with so many other people. And the joy of networking is, we get to be online. We can talk to people from all over the country. I've spoken to people in other countries, and I've even sold stuff internationally now. So it's been a journey.
So I love that. So how was the last 12 months for you, Claire?
It was a roller coaster, but a good roller coaster. I would say there's definitely more ups and downs. I've just learned to kind of celebrate all the small wins as well, and all the small things. I mean, Chelsea know, well, you and Chelsea know, July was a busy month for us all.
Anyone that doesn't know, in July, there was a collective of us. We ran a month-long charity event. I was just the live guy. I just helped run the live videos. But Claire, Chelsea and Becca in the background, along with a few other people, was quite hardcore for this month-long event. And it was quite a lot. And yeah, that definitely was a roller coaster month.
It was, but it was such a nice eye-opener to see. The day when you was interviewing people, like to hear their stories and the things that they've overcome, it made it more real on why we were doing it.
Yeah.
So that was really nice. But no, it's been, and I've had a few face to even July makes me twitch. Oh, yeah, no, I get that. But
I just remember at the end of that month, sorry to interrupt you, we all just kind of finished it and we went, fuck for that.
We're done. I was like,
it was such a good cause, but it was like, thank God.
I've given up drinking for the month. So I was just like, roll on the 1st of August so I can have a drink.
Let's just get these questions answered by Dare to Be. Dare to Be, I don't know if you're one of my contacts, one of Claire's. Good morning to you. I've never met you before, my love. Morning, Claire, Callum and Claire. I have a question for Claire. How do you manage your work-life balance whilst working from home and building your business?
Timekeeping is a big thing. So I don't work on weekends unless I might do like the odd hour on a Saturday if the husband's watching the football all day. I'm like, I can't do this anymore because I need a break. But it's once my son goes to school till about 4 o'clock, that is my work time. And then the evenings are for family. There are a couple of times in the week I do a bit of networking. And obviously Christmas, that goes right out the window because it just gets manic. But yeah, just scheduling those time slots and having like a visual plan of what you're doing throughout your days makes a big difference.
I was just going to say, I take it it's very like a seasonal time management, isn't it? Because obviously winter, a bit like yourself once again, Chelsea White, it's a hectic time of year. So that's when it is more, 80-20, 80 business, 20% maybe personal life. But it's an interesting question, actually, Dare to Be. And I'm going to do a spin on that. And Chelsea's actually put something with that, which is, balance. We're supposed to have balance. Don't know if you agree with me, Claire, but I don't really believe in work-life balance. You might because you have a child. I don't. And I'll explain to you why I don't. And the reason why for me is just because some days, kind of a bit like what you just said, my business may need 90% of me. Other days, my personal life might want 90% of me. Yeah. Other days, my business might need 100% of me. And, and I understand you've still got to have that break and that breather, which you naturally get, you know. And one of the things I started to do was just, like most people in business, was outsourcing a lot of things. You know, it was really, really doing that. And I know, obviously, over the last 12 months, you've built a bit of an affiliate program and things like that to take a bit of the stress out the marketing for you as well. So I take it you've got a bit of time back from them type of things as well, haven't you? And it's like Chelsea saying, listen to your body. If it tells me to work, I work. If it tells me to sleep, I sleep.
I mean, it's because of the chronic pain as well. So I've got a bit of I think it's like 5 to 7 working days is my turnaround time advertised on the website. It is generally shorter than that, but I give it so if I'm having a bad day with chronic pain and I need to take a day off, I don't have to have the stress of being like, oh, I need to work through it to get orders done. It's giving me that time to kind of do it at my pace as well.
Yeah.
So it's kind of me sorted in it. I mean, sometimes I take time off in the evenings and be like, oh, let's spend time as a family. Dylan's like, nope, I'm going to my room. Ricky's like, I've got football on. So I'm just like, well, thanks, you know. And sometimes like that, I will be like, right, sorry, I'm going to go get some work done and just if I'm still in that frame of mind to get work done, why not?
Yeah. So what's the next 12 months looking like for you? Have you got an idea? Have you got a vision? Do you know where you want to be? Do you know what you're wanting from it?
So much. So I got a shopping.
Before you do that, sorry, it's just because it popped in my head. You did last year a bit of an accomplishment. You finally got into a shop. You know, you got into a shop, didn't you, with some of your stock and things like that as well. And I know that was on your list to do.
Yeah, and so this year was to either be to have my own shop or expand. But then the practicality of that with the pain and stuff isn't realistic. But I'm actually taking over a bigger space in the shop that I've got already. So I can have even more stuff on display. And yes, Chelsea, that's when we Zoom. When they're watching football and don't want to see me, I'm like, Chelsea, better save me.
Yeah.
I am literally just doing up designs today because I've been planning a monthly subscription service for the gift business. So people can have all the sparkly stuff for themselves every month. So I'm just finalising that, and that'll be launching, hopefully, fingers crossed, by this weekend.
Absolutely.
So I'm excited for that. And I'm growing. I want to grow the business branded side of it because I really let that slide a little bit. I think because where so many other people did as well, in the networking that I was in, there were so many people that done it. So I focused on the gifts. But because I'm networking in other places now as well, I'm like, well, let's just get all of it out there.
Yeah. Completely love it. Well, Claire, I wish you the best for the next 12 months. It's been lovely knowing for the last year. You know, I know that. I mean that anyway. But and I'm glad you came on the show and you've started your little list of trying new things and doing things out your comfort zone.
I know. I'm really impressed. When you said about having people on, and I was just like, yep, I'll do it. Me a year ago would never have said that.
Love it. Well, what I'm going to say is, everyone, anyone watching replay live or on YouTube, I have got my Facebook groups. Claire is in my Facebook group. She's very active in there. So you can go find her in there. And you can obviously find Claire Napper via LinkedIn as well. And Sparkle's Gift Boutique. It is Sparkle's Gift Boutique, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. On Facebook, website, everywhere here and there, can't they?
Everywhere, yeah.
Love it. Well, Claire, will you wave me and say goodbye to everyone? And we'll, in the words of Banana, if you can't be good, be careful. Do you know the rest, Claire?
If you can't be careful, don't get caught.
Oh, good lass there. We'll have a good week, everyone.